Well, I think it's a little after 8 in the morning. I hiked down about a mile and a half, and I've been here a couple times before, once from the top a few years ago, like I did this morning from Skyline Drive, which is about 1,500 feet of elevation up, so thankfully I came down and have to go back up. But this is the George Corbin Cabin. It was built in 1909, and for some reason, a lot of the structures of the mountain people that used to live here, and this is Nicholson Hollow, before Shenandoah National Park was established during the Depression, or right out of the Depression. For whatever reason, this structure was saved, and it's actually been refurbished over the years. The Potomac Appalachian Trail Club actually allows this to be rented out overnight. And I have seen pictures on the inside. I think it's something like I'm sure the demand is pretty high, but I think it's something like 6 months in advance you want to rent it. But that's right on the upper stretches of the Hughes River here, and I'm about to do some fly fishing. I think it's about 20 degrees out. I saw a mom and 2 cubs, so 3 bears walking in. That's always the thrill. The little cubs were up in a tree, and the mom was on the other side of the path down in the hollow. But I kept my distance, and they ran in opposite directions, and so that's always a thrill. But just to do a walk around here, I read some things online that there were rattlesnakes around the base of this, but I think that's more of a threat in the summer months. Just absolutely amazing to feel like you're in Hatfields and McCoys or something here. It's just, you don't really get to see things like this too often. 1909 Corbin Cabin. This is actually at the intersection of a couple trail heads here. And the other structure, it's a little confusing in names, but this is Nicholson Hollow. The Corbins lived here, the Nicholsons lived here, and I think that structure, if you can see across the stream, that's pretty much flattened out, and it's still what's left of it, but it's not standing like this one. But I think that's just called the Nicholson Cabin, and it's open, you can see inside, it's pretty rotted out, but still amazing to see. There's a lot of rock piles around here that, and it's hard to imagine, but all these fields in the early 1900s, late 1800s, the turn of the century, this whole area was plowed out. So it's really hard to imagine today this is backcountry wilderness, but these were farm fields, there were orchards in here, and a lot of this was timbered out, and this is about 100 years worth of growth, 80 years worth of growth since Shenandoah became a national park. But you can see some of the rock walls up in the woods here, and farmers would just move those. It's not only creating boundary lines, but just to have tenable soil, they'd have to remove all the rocks in here. And so they create nice boundaries and multiple purposes. But I just want to do a walk around of this